mainly evidence-based practice. I'm not sure if you guys have to do the same thing for your student symposium.
I think you guys have the class, right? Some of you guys have an evidence-based practice class, the clinical or whatever class you have to take. Yeah.
So the objectives that I will actually be talking to you about is how to prevent postpartum hemorrhages. What is a postpartum hemorrhage according to the accurate amount of a postpartum hemorrhage? Active management within the third stage of labor, early detection of a postpartum hemorrhage, and like I said, ways to treat and manage. Approximately 125 women are diagnosed or experience postpartum hemorrhages every single year. 14 million women worldwide also suffer from postpartum hemorrhages, but only 25% actually end up with a high mortality rate. What is a postpartum hemorrhage? Postpartum hemorrhage for vaginal deliveries is anything greater than 500 mLs. For a C-section is anything greater than 1,000. There's two different types of postpartum hemorrhages, primary and secondary. Primary postpartum hemorrhages occur within the first 24 hours. Anything after that would be a secondary postpartum hemorrhage. Postpartum hemorrhages, if you can see this last pictogram right here, that's basically what it looks like if your pad becomes, or your peri-pad along with the Kotex pad becomes saturated within the first hour. You change it and it becomes saturated again. That's how we would classify postpartum hemorrhage. What are some of the causes of postpartum hemorrhages? Some of the common causes would be what we call the 4 T's. Tone, tissue, trauma, and thrombin. Tone, that would be the tone of the uterus. Is it nice and firm? If it's still foggy, then you would have to do more intervention to help to tone it back up. Your uterus should always be nice, firm, midline. That helps to decrease with bleeding. Tissue. Are there still products of conception or placenta fragments still remain in after the mother either delivers the placenta or the fetus? Is there any type of trauma, such as an unplanned C-section or a planned C-section or any type of episiotomy or any other trauma to that area, such as vaginal tears or cervical lacerations? Thrombin, those can mean two things, such as congenital, such as von Willebrand's disease, or even acute DCI, which is disseminated intravascular coagulation disease. Any questions so far? Some of the recommended guidelines to help to prevent and also treat postpartum hemorrhage would be active management within the third stage of labor, and that was after the placenta is delivered. Administer of a uterine toxin such as misoproxen or oxytocin. Oxytocin is the main first drug line that they would actually prefer, and they would actually really prefer IV over IM. Delayed cord clamping, it actually changed. They first decided that delayed cord clamping, not so much, but it's actually more beneficial to the infant, not just the mother. Controlled cord traction, which is where they slowly start to wind up, going towards the umbilical after it is clamped, along with firm, gentle massage for every 15 minutes within the first 2 hours. So my PICO question was, in pregnant women, how does continuous infusion of Pitocin or oxytocin over 3 hours post-delivery compared to IV bolus post-delivery affect postpartum hemorrhages within the first 24 hours? So what I did was I went on a nursing web base under EBSCOhost, and I found well over 217 articles that fit these 2 keywords, such as oxytocin and hemorrhages. The 2 articles that I chose were 2 different levels of evidence-based practice, such as the first article had a level 2, and the second article was a level 2 and a level 4. So within that, some of the articles, or the 2 articles that I did research on, actually proved that oxytocin IV over 3 hours actually prevented well over 40% of postpartum hemorrhages if it is used correctly. So unfortunately, third world countries don't have the resources that we have here, such as IV oxytocin. They would have either IM or metoprolol, which is more cost efficient for them. Administering high doses of oxytocin, it did reduce it, but not as much as the concentrated over a longer period of time. Any questions so far?
All right. Thank you. We should all have cake while we're watching.
You guys take
Within 24
No.
hours.
I can help you with some of the questions. Did you guys have?
You guys did
I
the
mean,
questions?
The question 2, it says within 24 hours, but it's probably B. or
It says
after
when does a
24.
secondary
Secondary
postpartum
postpartum.
hemorrhage?